With many people concerned about personal health amid the coronavirus outbreak, there is confusion around the use of vitamins and supplements and how, if at all, they can benefit us. Well, join me now from South London is vitamin expert Jules Miller. Jules, really good to speak to you. Thank you for joining us this morning. Firstly, where do you stand on the use of vitamins during this pandemic?
I stand by the NHS. So if you actually look into their advice and what their advice has always been, even pre-COVID-19, it has actually been to supplement using a vitamin D throughout the winter and throughout the autumn. And that is generally because it is so hard to achieve RRDA solely through our diet. So with regards to using vitamins just to improve our general health and to help improve our immune defences, I stand by the NHS on that one.
How does vitamin D boost the immune system?
Well, I think we need to talk about this term of boosting the immune system because that's actually extremely hard to do. Now, the immune system is a network of different cells and proteins that help protect the body from different viruses and infections like COVID-19 or like any sort of seasonal flu. So what we really need to be talking about is just general health. So a balanced diet, regular exercise, and really making sure that you are achieving that RDA or very key vitamins that are associated with a healthy immune system like vitamin D. But we're really just talking about trying to keep ourselves generally healthy so that when we are faced with a pandemic like this, we are better prepared and better serviced to fight off this infection.
And just so we're clear, Jules, supplements, as the name suggests, can't be used as something that can cure COVID-19.
No. I think what's interesting with vitamin D is that it's one of the only vitamins that is generally recommended to supplement across various different countries, the US and England being one of them. Now, the reason for that is that it is very hard to achieve that RDA solely through food. But there are vitamin D-rich foods, so there's things like red meat, liver, eggs, mushrooms. It's very, very hard. You'd have to eat a hell of a lot of that type of food to achieve your RDA. So where we usually get it from is actually the sun, which is why people call it the sunshine vitamin. But with so many of us now in lockdown and with the majority of us spending so much time indoors, it has led to a deficiency. And like I say, there's a hell of a lot of us, almost 50% of us are deficient in this very, very important nutrient. So if you are not getting it from your food, if you're not getting it from natural sources, supplementation is absolutely the next best step.
Are there any concerns that if you have vitamins in a concentrated way, say if you swallow a tablet, for example, that might actually have an adverse effect on your body? It might give you stomach upset, for example. Is it better perhaps not to, as you say, have that balanced diet and have foods and the vitamins coming into your body from different fruits and vegetables that you eat?
Absolutely. That is absolutely the best way to do it. But the reality is that we're not doing it, which is why we're so deficient in it. So, food should always be the first source. It is what we have evolved to get our nutrition from. But if you're not able to get your RDA from those food sources, the next best step is not to be deficient. The next best step is absolutely to supplement. I think the other thing that is quite important is that vitamin D is actually used as part of treatments to actually help improve people's defences when they're going through things like chemotherapy. So my father's been undergoing chemotherapy for 1.5 years now, which is of course designed to, it suppresses the immune system. And as part of that, he was prescribed a very high dosage of vitamin D by the NHS. So I think in this case, it's definitely wise for people to think about supplementation, particularly because so many of us are stuck indoors and the majority of us aren't able to get the recommended time that is advised to spend in the sun throughout the summer period.
Jules, really interesting to get your thoughts, and thank you for joining me this morning. Jules Miller, a vitamin expert, the very best to you and yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much.